My background began in design. I studied architecture. My business partner and co-founder of the company Archiculture Industries did landscape architecture, and the two of us sat across from each other in our first design jobs. And sort of through that process of sitting next to each other and sharing stories of architecture and sort of the studio, we had this concept of doing a documentary about the architecture studio. Archiculture is essentially it's a short doc that follows a group of students through their final design projects. You don't get too much involved with, the intricacies of their projects. You get this sort of overarching feel for what it's like to be in the studio. And that's hence the sort of title Archiculture, because we're really getting you inside the design studio, which is a world that most people have never stepped into. In saying that, it's a lot of our audience so far is going to be and will be, and interest is coming from the design community, because it's a way to have conversations about how we're training the next generation of architects. But the terminology and the conversation in the film can be viewed by non-architects. So the goal for this film, beyond having this conversation of how are we training the next generation, is also to eventually have an educational sort of package put together so that high school students can watch this short film or pieces of the short film and have conversations about what is it like to study architecture? What is the profession like? What does it sort of take to be studying architecture? And is this something that I might be interested in? The way that architects are learning and how they work in society is changing, because society needs a different type of architect. I think that the value is being able to look at macro to micro and understanding the systems that are needed for the issues that we're having today in the world, both not just sustainability, but economically and sort of politically. And all of those things and how they're built into our built environment are super critical. And you're seeing those things happen in cities all over the country and globe, and the quality of life and things like that. And if architects need to be positioned to be able to deal with those issues, and I don't know if we're doing that right now. And that takes a different type of architect than I think that what we've been training in the sort of STAR model.